horrid, Henry! Don't be horrid, Henry! Don't be horrid, Henry!
Don't be horrid, Henry is a phrase we often hear from his mum. Henry's mum is more powerful and always rubs her favoritism towards Peter in Henry's face, but she doesn't hate Henry, does she? Yes, and I intend to prove in this video that she, as a matter of fact, hates Henry. She goes to ridiculously extreme and expensive lengths to humiliate Henry and show her superiority, and I'm going to prove it. Evidence number 1, crushing Henry's dreams. In season 3, episode 3, Rockstar, the episode opens with Henry listening to rock music and doing his homework before his mum enters his room.
Henry, you're supposed to be doing your homework.
I am doing homework. Rockstar's homework. Yeah.
After his mum tells him that rock stars don't do homework, Henry jokingly says, "So I don't have to do homework." And the first thing that came out of her mouth was something negative towards Henry, aiming to discourage him and tell him he'd never be a rock star.
Henry, you are not a rock star, and you never will be. So the sooner you get that idea out of your head and get on with your homework, the better.
I believe that not only was Henry's mom abusing her power, but I can tell you right now that she would never have acted this way toward Peter if he had ever expressed a desire to become a doctor or even a lawyer. Evidence number 2, celebrating his disappearance. In season 1, episode 29, Happy Birthday Peter, the clown chooses Henry from the crowd to make him disappear. What Henry's mom does next is so shocking that even his worst rival Margaret is taken aback. Just take a quick look at this.
I shall now attempt to make this clever little boy disappear.
Bravo! Oh, lovely.
This expected reaction makes you wonder if she's actually happier when Henry isn't around. Evidence number 3, laughing at Henry's pain. In season 1, episode 31, Hideo Video, Henry tries to win £200 by filming funny disasters. After multiple failed attempts, Moody Margaret sabotages his efforts and ends up winning the prize with a clip of Henry's misfortunes. As the family watches the video, they all laugh, especially Henry's mum.
Henry's on TV!
Peter's reaction might be excused because he's just a kid, but Henry's mum should know better. Why does she find it so funny? Even the dad gives her a look, as if to say, "He's actually sad, let's stop." But she just looks at Henry, then back at the dad, and giggles.
Ring-a-ding pizzas. What's your topping?
She really is a psychopath. You can clearly see Henry looking very, very sad, and they're just making him even sadder. It's almost as if she enjoys seeing him suffer, while Henry is literally dying of depression on the sofa. Evidence number 4, blaming Henry for Peter's mistakes. In the book Don't Be Horrid, Henry, when Peter makes a mess by drawing on the walls, Henry gets blamed instead. Even though Henry literally tells mum what's happening, she still insists he should have stopped Peter. Even when Henry is actually trying to intervene, it's clear how little Henry's mum seems to care about him compared to Peter. Instead of punishing Peter for his behavior, she finds a way to imprison Henry by sending him to his room. Evidence number 5, leaving Henry alone at the hospital. In season 1, episode 45, Trapped, Henry ends up in the hospital after sacrificing himself to save Peter from a 100-kilo shelf that was about to fall on him. Despite Henry's selfless act, Mum isn't there with him. She was probably at home feeling relieved that Peter wasn't hurt. Henry is left alone in the hospital overnight, which raises the question, what kind of mum wouldn't stay with their child overnight after such a serious incident? This situation highlights just how little mum seems to care about Henry, even though he was the one who prevented Peter from being unalived. It's moments like these that show Henry's true character. He's really a good kid at heart, despite what others might think. Evidence number 6, starving Henry. In season 3, episode 37, Horrid Boy, we see the most blatant evidence that mum doesn't care if Henry starves. In fact, this behavior actually violates Henry's rights according to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. Now we have only one question left. What happened between them? What could have caused such extreme levels of hate from the mother? Unfortunately, we never really get much information on their past. I've spent hours reading through the Horrid Henry Wikipedia and watching old episodes, but there aren't any clues that explain their weird relationship. I guess we can't solve everything, but either way, that's my theory. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next. Wait a minute. That painting, that one painting, we've always overlooked it, but it actually says a lot. Peter drew the picture of himself holding hands with mum and dad, while Henry is left out on his own. This painting makes it clear that Henry is completely pushed aside and not as accepted by his parents as Peter is. Henry's frown in the picture shows that even Peter can see he's unhappy being left out. The painting is always front and center on the fridge, a constant reminder to Henry that Peter is the favorite and his achievements will never be recognized. So, does Horrid Henry's mum really despise him, or is it just tough love gone wrong? My evidence certainly points to her hating Henry, but what do you think? Comment down below with your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit that milestone, I'll make a part 2. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.